Area 2 seconds, everywhere done boss. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow obedient family, victory at last. It don't finally happen. The way I dey talk now, this one now dey happen live and direct this afternoon. They say the president of this country, President TINUBU, don finally shock after this viral video surface for social media. See guys, fellow obedient family, fellow Nigerians, I don't want to talk much on this particular update. If you are not yet see this video, just watch the video and also share the video so that every Nigerians out there will also see this particular update. And I'll be right back.
While Nigerians await the judgment from the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, Atiku Abubakar, the PDP candidate in the past presidential election, is busy gathering more evidence against TINUBU. Yes, he can actually tender new evidence on appeal to the Supreme Court, so he's already looking ahead to that. More on this in a moment. In the U.S. District Court in Illinois, Atiku is seeking the admission records of one Bola TINUBU in Chicago State University. After TINUBU filed to be joined in the matter so that he can block the request by Atiku to have his university records, he said his privacy will be violated if the court allows Chicago State University to release his academic records to Atiku. After all the arguments, the court ordered TINUBU to justify and make persuasive arguments that will make the court to block the release of his academic records. He has until August 23rd to make these arguments. On the other hand, Chicago State University told TINUBU to provide proof while his academic records should not be released to Atiku. They gave him till 30th August to make these arguments. As you are aware, Atiku Abubakar is seeking the academic records and admission records of Bola TINUBU. He wants to know the secondary school he submitted. Just like in Nigeria, before anyone can be admitted into any university, you must submit your WAEC results or NECO results and JAMB. All these records will prove the secondary school you attended. So that's exactly what he wants to prove when he gets access to these documents from Chicago State University. When they release these documents to Atiku, he will be able to solve the age-long controversy about the actual date of birth of TINUBU. Right now, his documents show that he was born on March 29, 1952, which puts him at 71 years. Some of his documents in the past used to bear 1954, which is the actual year the Bola TINUBU that was admitted in Chicago State University was born. The implication of the proof, if Atiku is able to lay his hands on them, will be enormous. Let's take them one by one. Number one, going by Section 131D of the 1999 Constitution, which stipulates the minimum educational requirements for any candidate in the presidential election. That minimum requirement is school cert, WAEC, NECO, anything after secondary school. It also has equivalent. We'll get to that in a moment. If it is proved, of course we already know this because David Hundeyin got all this information, is already in the public domain, but Atiku wants to get them officially, notarize them to be able to be admissible in court in Nigeria. So if it is proven that the Bola TINUBU that was admitted in Chicago State University was indeed a female, that she is different from the Bola TINUBU we know today, that means the Bola TINUBU we know today isn't even qualified. He doesn't have the minimum requirements required by the Constitution, because it means he doesn't have the WAEC certificate, because that WAEC certificate doesn't belong to him. That's what it means. That's the implication. The WAEC certificate is like the foundation. If you don't have them, you can't claim to have BSc or BA from university, because you must have WAEC certificate in order to be admitted in a university. And if you are not the owner, you are impersonating the owner, it doesn't belong to you. So he is not qualified based on minimum educational requirement. Remember that this is a new ground for disqualification of TINUBU. The main ground that Atiku argued was the issue of the certificate forgery. And while trying to subpoena to receive the real certificate, it opened a can of worms. This is why he's now seeking to see the admission records. to see the foundation of documents that the person submitted to be admitted in Chicago State University. The admission records of the real Bola Tinubu also proves why the fake one had to download the Chicago State University certificate from Pinterest. The downloaded certificate contains fake signatures that are quite different from the real one issued by Chicago State University. This evidence solves the jigsaw puzzle. Everything is coming together. It makes perfect sense that the impersonator, who wasn't the person that was admitted in Chicago State University, he doesn't have the records to prove that he is the person that was admitted. He doesn't know his admission number to the university. If you can't furnish this information to the school, they can't give you a new certificate. It's as simple as that. Go to any university in Nigeria where you attended. You'll be given a form. Fill out the form. Of course, it must contain your admission number and other relevant information. If you submit all these correctly, the school will simply say, "Oh, sorry, we don't issue 2 certificates. We'll just give you a cover letter," or something like that. If it's a school that can give you another certificate, they will simply issue you one. Number 2 of what Atiku will achieve when these documents are made public is that it will embarrass the judges. Let's assume that they are trying to find ways to exonerate Tinubu and not disqualify him. And before they deliver the judgment, Atiku releases the bombshell. Hey, the true person that was admitted in Chicago State University was a female, not this man that we know today. Hey! So it will be an embarrassment. Where will they start? How do you start to defend someone who is an obvious impersonator? He wasn't the one that went to the university, but he has been claiming all along over the years that he went to this university. So it will be a bombshell. And imagine the embarrassment to Nigerians, not just the judiciary. Imagine adding identity theft to many of his baggages. When people throw jabs at Nigerians now, they'll be saying, he wasn't only involved in narcotics and money laundering, he also stole someone's identity. Hi! Oh, wow. So you can understand when we make the analysis that it will be difficult to exonerate and defend this man. They won't see the feet to stand on. They won't see the technicality to exonerate someone who stole someone's identity, who was involved in narcotics trafficking and money laundering. So basically, the man's life is a lie. No one will employ such a person. So why should Nigerians employ such a man? Now, let's see the Supreme Court rules. A party can actually introduce new evidence on appeal to the Supreme Court, but the only condition is that he must file it before the date for hearing. That's why Atiku told the district court in Illinois that he needs to get Tinubu's records on or before the date that the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal judges will deliver judgment. Also, according to the Supreme Court rules, even if the new evidence was not called during the trial, the person can still introduce the new evidence. And the party that is tendering the evidence against can actually counter-tender, like tender a new document to say, this one he brought is false, look at the real one. But the problem here is that the ship has sailed because Tinubu did not fill in his school certificate. In fact, he left the primary school, the secondary school, he left all of them blank. So he cannot come back and say, hey, INEC, please take this document. This is what I should have submitted before contesting. It doesn't look right. And going by all the evidence and revelations against him, that he forged this document, he impersonated this person, even when he contested for governor. That's why he didn't fill in his primary and secondary school this time around. Because when he contested for governor, he filled in a fake secondary school and it was discovered. So with all this, whatever he will try to bring to counter what Atiku will tender at the Supreme Court will fall flat because of his history of forgery and impersonation. Now, let's address what many have been saying, that all the certificate forgery issues will be thrown out because of the fact that Atiku did not plead them in his petition, that social rules say that everything you will present must be contained in your petition.
Thank you for watching that video. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time on this great platform, please look at the top here. You will see where they wrote follow. Just follow the page and also put on the notification bell so that whenever we upload any video in this great platform, you will be the first to see it. And don't forget to drop your comment at the comment section. drop your comment, because that your comment dey important to this great platform, so that we will know wetin you think about this video, your reaction, your opinion, whether e dey okay with the video or e no dey okay, or e get anything wey you wan contribute say make we change for this platform, anything at all. You fit drop your comment so that we go fit reply you. Or if you get anything wey you wan advertise, like you wan carry your things come here, or you want make we carry your product come this place, come showcase, come show your product, so that people go patronize you, so that people go support you. You can also write us on our message, just write us there, because we dey do advert for this platform as well. So not the way we no dey do. So if you get anything wey dey important, wey be like say you want make we help you carry come here, just send the message, give us for our messenger, and we go reply you. And try make you share this video, just dey share the video, so that everybody out there will also see this video, so that they'll see know wetin we dey do for here, say this kind of things dey exist for this great platform. And this is where I will also end the video. So if you have anything to tell us, just drop the message, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. My country people, get the way pikin dey big reach, dey big pass the parents. So na as e finish na make good money.